Hi everybody, hope you're having a nice Thursday so far. If you've not been to my stream before, hi, I'm Emily. This is my second Twitch channel where I do video game streams. I have a main Twitch channel where I do music streams. I left us off kind of in the middle of the Geth incursion leg of the Firewalker DLC. So I'm going to how do I make this full screen? There we go. I'm going to pick up with that first. So finish that out, and then we will go do Miranda's loyalty mission. Because I literally kind of just got off right here, right where we pick our party and do that. Because I tried it once or twice and got blown up and needed to get off stream because it was just time. And we'll just pick it up here and finish this out and go on to Miranda's loyalty mission. I forget who I was taking along. All these little like side missions, especially these for Firewalker where we're in the Hammerhead and we don't have to really do much. I like to mix up who I take with me so that I can make sure they're leveled up properly. And I don't remember who it was. So let's take Kasumi and Zaid. Well, I'm gonna save some of his, I think, for Inferno Grenade. What level are we? I'll level up one more time. So I don't know if I'll have enough to finish out her Master Thief, but I think I'll just wait, just in case. I want to put at least a couple of these in Inferno Grenade. So we'll just go. Also got some throat coat tea to help my voice recover from last stream today, or earlier music stream today, and also the last of the COVID scratchy throat I've got going on.
Kinetic barrier detected. Kinetic barrier strength beyond conventional weapon capability. Recommend disabling power sources.
Let's see if I can do this without dying this time. Oh, there's a poor sad Mako. I forgot about it. I noticed it last time and kind of wish we could have the Mako instead of Hammerhead, but it is what it is. There's a lot of these little rocket drones in one spot. Element Zero is useful. The most annoying thing about missions like this is that there's nowhere to like save. So if I get blown up at any point in the middle of trying to bring down this barrier, we have to start over again. So I'm gonna try and like be cautious and get this done on the first try. Hi Barry, I'm doing well. How are you today? Oh, you didn't ask me how oh you did. I like glanced at it like super fast. It was trying to make sure because I knew like if I looked away for too long, one of those rocket drones was gonna pop up and make me die. But I'm doing well. How are you today? And I'm glad to see you too. I hope you're having a nice Thursday. I promise that I do have the ability to communicate like a normal human. I am just not doing a great job of it today. Well, a semi-normal human. I don't know about like true normal. I can emulate normal human behavior sometimes. On a good day. If I'm well rested. See, is there an easy way? Like, I feel like there's got to be a common sense way to deal with all of these little like barrier nodes, concentrators, generators. That's what it says. Like a methodical way to hit them one by one. Oh, like can I hit this one from up here? I can. That's helpful. So far, so good. Whoa. Rude. Oh, wait, I blew it up, though. So apparently if I run into it, I can make it die. But I think there's probably a chance there that I could make myself blow up as well. So let's avoid that technique as much as possible.
Kinetic barrier strength reduced.
Let's see, where's the next one? Collect more element 0, is that what this is? If so, I want it. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. It's not good. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. The rocket drones are like, what are you doing? Like, they're still trying to kill me, but they're also confused by my behavior. Okay. So far, so good. Is that all of it? Did I get all of them?
Kinetic barrier deactivated. Path is clear.
Whoop. I want that last element 0 though. Uh-oh. That's the warning bell. Alright, we're fine. We didn't blow up, we didn't explode. All good. I'm sorry you've had such a long week. Or a long few weeks. I know that's not fun. First orchestra concert is fun though. Or I hope so. I hope it's fun. It sounds fun to me. Oh, and you had your first wind ensemble concert. To me, that's slightly less fun. But if you enjoy wind ensemble, then that can be a good time. Yeah, I hope that those were good programs and that you enjoyed playing them. And I feel you on the long week. I'm still trying to catch up on everything I got behind on while I was sick with COVID. And like, I've really been pushing myself this week because I just don't want to like continuously feel behind, like for all of October, and also my students will be on fall break in October, so I'll have a little bit of a break, and I want to be able to enjoy that some and not just be focused on like continuing to catch up. So I feel like I might have overdone it a little bit, trying to like cram as much into this week as I possibly could to get back on track. But I think I'll be grateful for it, like, my next week. But I'm sorry you've had a long week, but I hope that you have a long, or at least a weekend that feels long. Do I want to exit the Hammerhead? Do I want to do that? Can I take it in here? No, I can't. You enjoy wind ensemble only when you're playing E flat. Well, that's good. That was me, too. That was my experience. I feel like we're having similar experiences, or your experience is kind of similar to mine. Over a decade ago in undergrad. Like, I started playing E flat in wind ensemble my sophomore year because the person who was kind of the default E flat clarinetist graduated my freshman year. And then I kind of became, other people played E flat too, but I kind of became the default my sophomore year. Like, they kind of tried a few of us on E flat to see like who took to it, who, like, I don't know if they cared if we enjoyed it or not. But I did enjoy it, but then I kind of became the default E flat person, which was fine by me once I got the hang of it. I remember the first wind ensemble class I had to play E flat clarinet. I was really nervous because I had never played it before, and I wasn't really able to practice because somebody else had the instrument checked out, like, because I didn't have my own then. Someone had the school instrument checked out until like the day of that class, and I only had time to like get it and like try some reads and warm up, but it went okay, and I guess the rest is history because I eventually came to really enjoy playing E flat, and that's my preferred doubling instrument. But initially I was like, I hope I do well on E flat so I don't have to double on bass anymore, because they would make us all kind of take it on rotation.
Dr. Aloy must have been indoctrinated by the Reapers. I found him sending our data to a Geth ship.
Well, that's not good.
I won't be responsible for another Geth attack. Another Eden Prime. I've silenced Aloy. Forever.
Oh, that's dark.
Dr. Aloy must have been indoctrinated by the
Oh, that's the
Reapers.
same one. Sorry.
I found him sending our data to a Geth ship. I won't be
Are
responsible
they Blue
for
Suns?
another
It looks
Geth
like Blue
attack.
Suns armor.
Another Eden Prime. I've silenced Aloy. Forever.
I like these little bug critters, though. I think they're kind of cute. Like, I would have one as a pet.
I'll take it.
Oh, that is a good one. We like biotic stuff.
It's too late for me. They're still in my head, stealing my thoughts.
Oh, that's definitely not good.
Keep them out. I've got no choice but to destroy this relic. And myself.
Oh, that's rude. I hate when it does this, when it gives me the other ones like super fast and like I can't find the last one. It just isn't there. There it is. That relic looks an awful lot like the little orb thing we found on that one planet. Was it Elentia? The one with like, is it the one with the monkeys? The one where the consort on the Citadel gave us that necklace, that like amulet, and we put it in there and we got like a little flashback to what was essentially like a story of the Reapers visiting Earth when humans were still very primitive. Or somebody visiting Earth. I think it's implied that it's Reapers or collectors. Or even the Protheans, actually. But this looks very similar to that. I don't know if that's significant or they just reused the same asset when building the game. I'm going to go ahead and just assume it's slightly significant. Orchestra rep hasn't been very good since the old conductor left, so I haven't been enjoying it. Plus, the strings are really bad. I'm sorry that that's what's happening. I know that, like, if the strings don't have their stuff together, it's like the string section when they're good, it's like they just are there and they're part of it and they're like the core of the sound and they help hold things together, but you almost don't notice sometimes. But then if they're not doing their job properly, it feels like it's super noticeable. But I'm sure they'll work hard and they'll get it together for concerts later in the season. What do we do with it, though? Do we just take it with us? I guess indoctrinating somebody, but we're like, yep, just put it in the Normandy's trunk. It'll be fine. Oh, there was one other research project we needed to do. We can do that on our way to Miranda's loyalty mission. We need... Oh, I need to get another upgrade. Oh, I just clicked on the same one twice. Oh, we can do that one. That's good. Need a little bit of palladium to do that, and I think that the damage protection is important, so let's do that real fast. That's a quick scan. It's less than 5,000 units, I guess, of palladium.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
I guess we're kind of done flirting with her since she's feeding our fish, and we're officially dating Garrus. I hope she's not too offended by the fact that I kind of used her to feed the fish. Let's see. I should have read these earlier. We're doing this kind of out of order, but it's fine. Alright, let's get some palladium. So I can do that. Damage protection. Let's see if any of the ones here, since we are already here. Watch them. None of them have palladium. They're all like, what is palladium? Because that's always how it works. Whatever mineral or like resource it is I'm looking for, whatever planet I happen to be at does not have it. Yep. Oh, wait, there's some.
Launching probe.
Not quite enough just yet. Wait, there's a little bit more. Mostly that's iridium, but that's fine. There's a little bit of palladium attached to it. Alright, let's try a different one. Well, I like this as it's rich in resources, but will it have palladium? I believe, having visited the Shadowbroker ship and talked to Liara, it should mark a planet for us that has palladium, but we'll have to like go out to the full galaxy map to find it. Let's just do that. That'll be easier and faster. Since we'll have to leave anyway to have to go back to Ilium for Miranda's loyalty mission. Oops, I passed it. Am I doing... Oh, are you asking Barry? Is Barry doing Philharmonic things or in between series? Yeah, that's a good question. Did you already have... Since you had your, like, first concert, are you, like... Or are you asking me? I've started rehearsing with the orchestra here, but our first concerts aren't until mid-October. So it's a little bit different from, like, school orchestras. School orchestras usually tend to have, like a September performance, like a season opener kind of thing. Like, you're asking me? Yeah. So yeah, I've been rehearsing. I had one rehearsal before Labor Day weekend because I missed the first one because I was at that first audition at the end of August, and then they didn't rehearse the week of Labor Day, and I missed the last two because of COVID. So I went this week, and I was just super behind on everything. So I'm still trying to catch up. At least I was there. At least I was able to, you know, see everybody, play with everybody, and kind of like catch up on some of the stuff I missed. But I still feel like so behind. This weekend, I'm going to be practicing all the things, trying to help like jumpstart getting my stamina, like playing stamina back from having to take time off for COVID, but also just to like catch up in general. I'm ready to not feel like behind on everything. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to being caught up, but I'm still just like, there's still a little bit of a running to-do list of things I need to catch up on. Yeah, you started new music right away. Yeah, that's kind of how it went when I was in school. We didn't get much... I have to go outside the map to find the palladium rich one. We didn't do like... We never really got breaks. If there was a break between like concert repertoires, like sets of concert repertoire, it's because we were doing like something else. There was always like, not every year. It started like my sophomore or junior year. Maybe it was my junior year and we only did it twice, but they had the orchestra play at like this big fundraising event, which I hated doing that every year. It was just so long and so much repertoire, and it was just a pain. But like if we weren't, that usually would incorporate like some of the stuff from one of our concerts, but like it would be like a couple full orchestra pieces, but then we would also play like, we would accompany the singers, like highlights from various operas or whatever. It was kind of like a mixed bag. It was a fundraising event for the school, so like, you know, they wanted to see kind of a variety of things, and like the voice students singing like big opera numbers was always like a crowd pleaser, which sometimes the orchestra parts for those kinds of things are quite good and quite fun, but sometimes they're a little bit boring. And also because like the faculty and people would speak in between things, like it was a long, like we'd have to be there. It was at this like really ritzy country club, and they would like have this big fancy meal, and we would get sandwiches, and we would be there for like 6 hours, 7 hours, something like that. And those sandwiches they gave us were like our entire pay. You know, like it was this, like we were basically exploited, because while a lot of us had scholarships, you know, of some kind, none of us had full scholarships. Like, or a handful of people might have had full scholarships, but most of us had some scholarships. We're also paying the university. So like not only were we already paying them, but they were making us basically be free performance labor to raise a crap ton of money for the school. Because it was one of those, like, people could make additional donations, but to attend the event they had to like buy a table for the whole meal and everything. And hold on, I think I need just a little bit more to get that damage protection thing. And like it was, oh, I just hated doing that. It was just so long. And like I understand like the kind of the need for fundraising, and it's kind of like one of those necessary evils, I guess, because all like I don't know how that works with like a state university with a music school. If they like there's an aspect of the music school that was like a registered nonprofit or something like that and could take donations. I don't really know how that works. I know a little bit about how like 501c3s work here in this country, but I'm not an expert. I don't know very much, but it was a bit of a nightmare. Do you have to do anything like that, Barry? Do you have to play for any like school fundraising events or like donor benefits or something like, you know what I mean? Like those kinds of things. Do you have to do that ever or on a regular basis? Putting you to work to make the school money, yes. Not only we pay the school money and then they use us to make more money, and I'm like, where is this money going? Because the practice rooms all smell like mildew, which they did sometimes. I mean, not all the time. There was like but I remember there was one year where like over the summer, like something had gotten in like damp and everything smelled like mildew for a little while. They did clean it eventually, like they got rid of it, but it was kind of annoying. Oh, we're in the wrong one. We need to go to Ilium. The worst, like, experience... Oh, you don't do anything like that. That's exciting. I'm happy for you. I'm happy you don't have to do anything like that, because it's not fun. Speaking of things, like, getting repaired and all. So, like, I lived in campus housing all 4 years of my undergrad. I talked about this a little bit in the music college Q&A from last year, but, like, we had a downtown campus that was all the arts, kind of separate from the main campus with, like, the academic programs. And we had to go to main campus, you know, for our core curriculum and that kind of stuff. But the apartment I lived in, I actually lived in the same apartment 3 of the 4 years. One of the years I didn't live in that one, and then I got it back. But it was like an old hotel. I don't know how old it was, but the building it's in was like a converted hotel, and it was converted into apartments for music students, and it was the only housing down there before they added 2 new buildings when they moved the rest of the arts downtown to hang with the music school. Take Miranda, and I want to take Jack too. Make them wear their get along shirt. But so my junior year, that spring, the end of that year, we had a tornado roll through Columbus, and it was a bad one. Like, they evacuated us all into the lobby of our floor of the apartment building, the campus housing. And like it had, you know, those like foamy like ceiling tiles, you know, the ones that you can like pop up and like move around and stuff. That's what the ceiling was like in the hallway. Like we heard like the tornado, it sounded like a train, and the ceiling tiles all started bouncing, and it was very scary. But my apartment was on like the bottom floor of this building. There were like 2 or a floor and a half. It was like there's like a restaurant, there was the ballet school and all this kind of stuff, and then there's like the second floor and the third floor that were all apartments for music students. And I was on the second floor, but the third floor was like smaller than the second floor, so there's a portion of the second floor that didn't have third floor above it, and that's where mine was. So like mine was actually like the top of that part of the building. And no, you didn't, Andrew. You were already moved out. You lived in that apartment down the road from where I lived that year, because that was our junior year. You didn't live in campus housing anymore because you were down the road, and I called you to see if you were okay, and you like just like a half mile away were like barely heard the tornado. It was more of like just a bad storm. It was above a garage. Oh, you're right. That was above a garage. But I forgot about that. But anyway, so like my apartment, because it was kind of exposed to the elements, it got severely damaged. It was one of the worst. Luckily, like the glass in all the windows was fine, and so like it wasn't like that much of a safety hazard, but like the plaster on the walls had like been shaken off, like it was, and there was a lot of bad like water damage along all the walls. And so I was there for like a few days, and then campus housing comes in and is like, yeah, we can't have you live in here because this is a safety hazard. So they moved me in. There was an apartment in another part of the building that was meant to be 2 shared rooms, so 4 people living there, but like 2 of the roommates hadn't moved out for various reasons. Either they just moved off campus or they dropped out. I don't know what it was. So there were 2 people living there who were basically getting singles for the price of a double, because they weren't responsible for the fact that their roommates moved out. And they moved me in with one of them, which was awkward and awful because they did this was like the week before finals. So I'm like trying to get ready for finals and all that. Luckily, I'd already played I had played a recital that semester, so like I didn't have a jury or anything. So I like, at least it was okay. But like all my stuff was just in boxes. Like I had to live. This was like 2 or 3 weeks of this before the end of semester, and it was awful. And they're like, they said they moved us out because it was a safety hazard, and they said to me, we're moving you out so I can go ahead and get this repaired so that it's done for the fall semester. So like I moved out. I lived through like a month of having to live in close quarters with someone like that I hadn't even met before. And it was because there were a handful of people who weren't music majors in this building, and this person happened to be one of those people. And it was okay, but like they were just very upset that they were losing their single room that they weren't even paying for to begin with. I was paying for a single room and lost my single room. But it was very stressful. But then finally the semester ended. I left and went home. Luckily, I think my parents came to visit for a concert and went like pretty like soon after this happened, before I did my finals. So they were able to take like a car's load of stuff home, like that I didn't need to help, like because I had nowhere to put it. Because like this person like wouldn't even move their stuff in the closet to give me some space to hang out my clothes. I had to put my clothes in the pantry. It was awful. And like the pantry closet. And like I don't blame them for being annoyed that this happened, but like they could have been like a little bit more empathetic, I think, to my situation, you know. So went home for the summer, you know, and I was meant to have the same apartment again because I liked this apartment and wanted to keep it. And mostly because like there's a flat rate for single rooms, and this apartment happened to have like a big single room. Like I actually, because I lived there 3 out of the 4 years, I lived there my freshman year, not my sophomore year, and then yes, my junior and senior year. And my freshman year, that room was shared. I was in there shared, and it was too small for a shared room, so they changed it to a single room after my freshman year. And I had decided to save up so that I could afford a single for my junior and senior year, just to have some privacy. So I wanted that one back because it was basically the biggest single room, and I was kind of the only person who knew this because I had lived in it before. And so anyway, so I wanted to keep that apartment. So I've been gone for the entire summer, from like the second week of May until like the last week of August. So I get there on move-in day for my senior year. The apartment has not been repaired. Nothing has been done. Like nothing. And I went to the office and I was like, am I okay to move in? Because nothing's been done. And they're like, oh yeah, it's safe. And I'm like, well, then why did you move me out at the end of last semester? And I felt so bad because it took me like a couple days to actually speak to like the building manager, because they were busy doing like move-in for freshmen and stuff like that. And so I was talking to like a classmate of mine, and I was like, oh, this is not your fault. I'm like not mad at you, but like I'm mad about this situation. And but they told me to go ahead and move in, so I did. Like it had been cleaned a little bit, but like none of the damage had been repaired. And like I said, like the windows were fine, so there's nothing like major. It wasn't like a big deal. But my dad actually, when I called and told him, he got so upset that this had happened that he called the building manager. And I guess my dad's not really a yeller, so I doubt he actually like yelled, but he was very sternly told them that he was not pleased, and they ended up refunding me like the price difference between a double and a single room. So I was able to save a little money that semester, I guess, and they did get it fixed a few weeks into the semester. And they did it like over, like we had a long weekend, like a fall break situation, and they did get it done over that. So like it ultimately was not like terribly life altering, but like it was really annoying that they moved me out, and you know, like in the middle like of getting ready for finals, and it wasn't even like fully necessary. and then they didn't even fix it. So it's all that I blame the tornado. It was the tornado's fault. Might have been some human incompetence, you know, thrown in there along the way, but it was definitely the tornado's fault. Can't be worse than my crazy psycho 30-year-old roommate last semester. Was your crazy psycho 30-year-old roommate from last semester as bad as an actual tornado? Please let me know, because I need to know.
You have to give
Would you?
sorry credit. Ilium is a cultural marvel. Humanity can learn a lot from their ingenuity.
I need to know. Is the 30-year-old... Also, there's nothing wrong with being 30 years old. I am 35, so like there's being 30 or over 30 is not inherently bad. But like was that particular roommate preferable to or worse than a tornado? That's what I need to know. Yeah, and also, did you get to pick this year? That's another thing I would like to know.
Pardon me, I'm on a call.
Okay, fine, bye.
Are you shorting prefabs?
Do I have money to spend on things? Not really. Oh no, I have 82,000 credits, so I might can buy one other upgrade. I didn't do my damage protection upgrade. I got the palladium and then forgot to go fix it. It's fine. I'll do it after this one. I don't want any of that.
The best tech upgrades you have.
Of course. Help you figure out what options work for you.
I didn't mean for the tornado anecdote to become so long and so involved, but I had like kind of forgotten about it until like that moment, or you know, just a few minutes ago. That's the only time I remember like actually being in a tornado and like hearing that sound, that like, because I've always heard it described as like a train, and that it really is kind of what it sounds like. I don't remember what like
Trust me, the goods coming in
what rating it was, like F.
Great for business.
Like F1 is like the smallest, right? F5 is the biggest.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor?
I feel like I looked it up at the time, but I don't remember what it was. I can't imagine it was most likely like an F1. I can't imagine it being any more than an F2 because the damage was not like that bad. The one good thing about that night is my car was parked on the street and not in the big parking garage. That night it was on the street, like on the same street as my window in my apartment overlooked, and I was like the only car on that street that the windows didn't get blown out, so that was really nice. I was very happy about that. Do I want that? I might want that for later, but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being 30. Yes, exactly. Just a little odd living in the dorms. Yes, I agree. That is a little weird to have someone that old living in the dorms, but it does happen. You know, sometimes.
Your father?
Like,
he got her things when he
different. I mean, people go to college at different points in their life,
window?
and sometimes they need to stay in the dorm. There's not technically like an age cap for living in campus housing, but you're right. That is a little unconventional, I think is a way to put that. Yes, absolutely. There's a large like gap of experience between someone who's 30 and someone who's 18. I don't think that seems a little bit like not smart to put the 30-year-old student in the room with an 18-year-old student. I feel like if I were a housing manager or someone auditing like the room assignments, I would not do that. Like, put the 30-year-old person with someone who's at least closer or similar in age. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's a 22-year-old senior, like a 22-year-old, there's a big difference in life experience, especially for myself, like life experience and maturity between when I was 18 and when I was 22 even. So like, or put them with a graduate student. There are usually at least some graduate students living in campus housing. A 30-year-old living with an 18-year-old in the dorms shouldn't happen, in your opinion. I agree. I think that's a little like sus. I don't think that that's a good match. You know, 18, I feel like freshmen should always be rooming with other freshmen, or maybe a sophomore. Maybe that's a good way. Like, put a freshman like with a sophomore, someone who's 19, you know, who like can kind of show someone, like, even if it's, especially if they can put it with someone like in their major, kind of help show them the ropes. I think that can be really helpful. But that's a little strange. She literally thought your printer was watching her. That is very strange. She was obsessed with it. She complained nonstop and belittled me. She would leave our door open and scream at me for closing it. She's nuts. I'm sorry. It sounds like she had something else going on that she probably needed help with or treatment for. And so I empathize with her for that, because like, it sounds like she maybe needed some attention for her mental health, and I'm sorry for her that she wasn't able to get it, you know, or hadn't been able at that point to get it. But like for you, yes, I could see how that could be very scary and feel like it's compromising your safety, and I don't think that's a situation that should have been allowed to happen. And you have a single this year. Great, that's awesome. That's why I, you know, that story, I wanted that single room. And my plan kind of like by the end of freshman year was like, I could cope with sharing my room and having a roommate through my sophomore year. But I felt like when I got to junior and senior year, I needed to focus on recitals. And I knew I would eventually have to do my honors thesis and that kind of stuff. I was like, I'm going to need space. So junior and senior year, it was still a 2-bedroom apartment, but it was 2 singles. When I lived there my freshman year, I never had to live with 3 other people. It's a good thing. But like my freshman year, they had the room I was in technically as a double, and then the other room was a single. But then they decided that that double was too small for a double and turned it into a single. And then I got it back as a single, which was awesome. I still love that apartment. It was still like one of my favorite places I've ever lived. But in spite of it being campus housing, but like, yeah, I just knew that I couldn't cope with another person's nonsense when I was going to be working on that stuff. I needed to have a door I could close and just be by myself. It's going to be super important. She was going through counseling. That's good. I hope wherever she is that she's managed to like improve her mental health and feel better and interact with her peers better. Why am I here again? I don't need to talk to Athena, as awesome as she is. I need to go talk to this lady.
You deserve somebody who respects you. Somebody who's...
Ms. Lawson, I'm glad you've made it. We've had a complication.
What happened? Is Ariana all right?
She's fine, but you listed a man named Niket as your trusted source. He contacted me, warning that your father has sent Eclipse mercenaries to make a sweep. He suggested that the mercs might be watching for you personally. He's offered to escort Oriana's family to the terminal instead.
You didn't mention anything about Niket.
He's a friend. He and I go back a long way.
Do you want to bring in any of your other Ilium contacts, Ms. Lawson?
No. You and Niket are the only 2 I trust on this.
What information do you have about the mercenaries?
I've confirmed that they're Eclipse, and that they're working for an organization Ms. Lawson warned us about. I could try to alert the authorities, but so far they've done nothing illegal.
You made the right decision. We'll handle this ourselves.
It's your sister, Miranda. What do you want to do?
Lantea, we'll follow Niket's suggestion. Shepard and I will take the car and draw their attention. Have Niket escort the family to the shuttle. Give him full access to the family's itinerary, just to be safe.
Understood, Ms. Lawson.
So the plan is for us to get shot down by Eclipse while your sister gets to safety?
Eclipse will be under orders to take my sister alive. They won't risk anything that could kill us.
I doubt Eclipse will send all their people just to stop you. Do you want to give Niket any backup?
Niket can take care of himself. Besides, any armed backup just draws attention to him.
I'm ready whenever you are, Miranda.
Not joining the bachelor party. Shepard won't join a bachelor party,
planned on
but she will
Eclipse,
stand awkwardly close
they never
and
planned
eavesdrop
on
on their
you.
conversation. We can do that later, after this mission.
Damn it! Eclipse mercenary gunships. They'll be dropping troops in the cargo areas.
Put us down in that cover behind them.
Let's hope they really do want to take us alive.
Hold fire! I said hold fire, damn it! I got this.
Since you're not firing yet, I trust you know who I am.
Yeah, they said you'd be in the car. You're the bitch that kidnapped our boss's little
Rude.
girl.
Kidnapped? This doesn't involve you. I suggest you take your men and go.
Think you've got it all lined up, huh? Captain Inyala's already moving in on the kid. She knows about Niket. He won't be helping you.
His voice sounds familiar. I don't know if I just recognize it from other characters in this game or because I've been playing Fallout 4 on my own, if he voices one of those characters, and then it's confusing me. But it's like I'm noticing his voice differently, I think, from the last time I played this.
What do you mean Niket won't be helping us?
Nothing you need to worry about. Nobody's gonna get killed unless you do something stupid. You walk away now, the girl goes back to her father, and everybody's happy.
Everybody but my sister. And me.
Should we be talking to Captain Inyala about this?
You don't want to talk to the captain. She's not as polite as I am. She's the best commando I've ever seen. I've seen her tear people in half with her biotics. And she's getting paid a lot to stop you.
She gets in my way, she'll never have a chance to spend it.
Wait, Miranda, you said she was your twin sister.
That what she told you? No, this crazy bitch kidnapped our boss's baby daughter. He's been looking for her for more than a decade.
It's complicated, Shepard. We share the same DNA, just not the same birthday.
You took a baby from the richest guy in the galaxy, lady. I don't know what your damage is, but you're not getting away with it.
You're not getting Miranda's sister. If you push this, it'll go badly for you.
True story.
Captain Inyala ordered us to give you one chance to walk away. This whole time we've been talking, my men have been lining up shots. When I say the word, we unleash hell in your squad. So I suggest you walk away nicely, unless you want things to get ugly.
A little excessive, Miranda. The look on his face. I didn't choose that renegade option every time just for the look on that poor Solarian's face. He's just flabbergasted. Miranda, you are the one who ran in front of me.
This should scramble.
Stop me!
Yo, he's dead. We are doing pretty well.
Come on, we need to get to Niket.
At least so far. Money? Stuff? No. Of course not.
Team 4, do you read? Team 4.
Hang on, I've got one of their radios. I'll patch us in, see if I can get an idea of what we're up against. Shepard, I think I owe you an explanation. Oriana is my twin, genetically. But my father grew her when I was a teenager. She was meant to replace me. I couldn't let my father do to her what he did to me. So I rescued her. She's almost a woman now.
I feel like maybe, yeah, I recognize that voice just from other characters in game, but it's like in that moment I was like, wait a second, have I heard him somewhere else before?
Why didn't you tell me that we were saving a kid?
She's not a child. She'll be 19 this year. But, well, it didn't seem relevant at the time, I suppose. There are people who'd use her against me. I'm very protective when it comes to Oriana. I'm sorry I didn't trust you sooner. You deserved to know.
I can understand choosing to go your own way, but you stole a young child from her father.
If you knew my father, you would understand. I wasn't the first one he made. I was only the first one he kept. I was brought up with no friends, pushed to meet impossible demands. I wasn't a daughter to him. I don't know what I was. Oriana has had a normal life. I made the right decision.
If Eclipse knows where Oriana is, they'll be moving in on her soon. We need to hurry.
Agreed. I'm a bit worried by what the Merc said. If they've got to Niket somehow, this is going to be harder than I'd planned. According to the specs I reviewed, we'll need to cut through the cargo processing yard to get to Oriana.
Can you tell me anything about the cargo processing yard?
We'll be moving through conveyor systems. There'll be a lot of movement. Finding targets won't be easy. We'll need to stay sharp. And these cargo transports carry hazardous materials. So watch what you shoot at.
I hope your friend can be trusted.
Absolutely. Niket is one of my oldest friends. I guess you could say he was my only real friend. He's the only person I didn't cut ties with when I left my father.
Is there a chance your father could be using Niket to get to you?
I'm sure he's tried, but Niket's one of the few people who understands what my father is really like. I trusted him with my life when I ran from my father, Shepard. He won't betray me now.
Let's go find Niket and Oriana.
Right. They're on the far side of the conveyor line. Time your shots. New victims.
Well, Jack, you decided to stand up right by the bomb about to explode. That's kind of on you. It's too far away from it now. Let's go ahead and wait Jack up. Could use her help. Oops. See, this is why I don't like pull very much. It's not always helpful. Oh, and she missed. Oh, I don't like that creaking sound right in my ear from the headphones. It's kind of a disconcerting sound. You missed again, Jack. You're not doing a very good job aiming your shockwave. I mean, I'm telling her who to target, but I guess she's the one aiming it.
Keep the bitch back. The kid is nearing the transport terminal.
We can use this.
Yes, helpful things. I can't say. It's fine. We're fine.
Make activity.
It survived that? That's a little surprising / impressive. is everybody so rude?
I'll kill you about that one. Burn! Overloading this.
I thought there was one somewhere that had survived. Is there stuff in here? Wait. There was something I could target.
This looks interesting.
Ooh, that is good. Always like increased med gel capacity. I can't remember what it caps out at, but I want all of them. Oops. Oh, I read it wrong. There we go. Then I misclicked. Clicked wrong?
Hostiles! Get Oriana.
We'll handle it. It's fine. He disintegrated.
Watch for the drone.
Thank you, Miranda. Oh, I don't have much ammo in this one at all.
This will put them down.
Incineration ready!
Hostile combat drone.
Combat drone, watch out. This should scramble the system.
I hate the things that keep passing through between. It distracts me every time one of them enters my line of sight. Oh, Miranda's one step ahead of me. Oh, that was dumb. That was a dumb move on my part. Yay!
We can cut down through the cargo line.
Is there stuff? Yes. Money for fish and chips. Not fish and chips. We don't eat these fish. Decorative purposes only. / emotional support. Ooh, I need ammo. Is that it for the ammo? Just one clip? I think everything's mostly refilled.
Eclipse operatives have attempted to delay you by disabling the elevators. I hope providing your lockdown.
Stop me! Got you!
There's a lot going on.
Overload deployed.
I'll tear you apart.
Ooh, they sailed.
Should have run.
The cat has reached the terminal. He'll switch the family over to our transport.
Nicat. But that can't be right.
Maybe the captain knows we're listening in and she's feeding misinformation about Niket making a switch. Or maybe it means something else. Niket wouldn't do that. Damn it, why would the thing go any faster?
I like that they use the same elevator music from the Citadel in the first game.
What makes you so sure that Niket wouldn't turn on you?
He could have turned on me when I ran away. I'm sure my father tried to buy him off. If he didn't do it then, why would he do it now?
Did Niket know that you took Oriana from your father?
No, he just found out about that recently. It was too personal to involve someone else. I never really thought about it, but maybe... No, he'd have to understand why I did it. He knows what I went through.
You know him, Miranda. If you don't think he'd betray you, then I'm sure there's another explanation.
I don't know, damn it. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. And then I'll have a word with this captain and Yala.
Listen to me. I've got authorization to change their booking.
I'm sorry, sir. We're under security lockdown, Until the situation in the cargo terminal is resolved, no passengers can be rebooked.
This isn't worth my time, Niket. I get paid regardless of how the girl gets there.
No. I was told that I could handle this my way. We're not traumatizing the family any more than we... Miri.
This should be fun.
That was unnecessary.
Niket, you sold me out.
How do you want to handle this, Miranda?
Why, Niket? You were my friend. You helped me get away from my father.
Yes, because you wanted to leave. That was your choice. But if I'd known that you'd stolen a baby...
I didn't steal her. I rescued her.
From a life of wealth and happiness, you weren't saving her. You were getting back at your father.
How did Miranda's father turn you?
They told me you'd kidnapped your baby sister all those years ago. They said I could help get her back peacefully. No trauma to the family. I told them you'd never do that. They could go to hell. And you finally told me what you'd done. I called them back that night.
Why didn't you call me, Niket? We've been through a lot. You could have at least let me explain.
I deserve to know that you'd stolen your sister, Miri. I deserve to know you were with Cerberus. But I had to hear it from your father first.
How much did Miranda's father pay you?
A great deal.
Damn it, Niket! You were the only one I trusted from that life.
He knew you felt that way. That's why he bought me.
So you just took his money.
Don't get holy with me, Miri. You took his money for years.
I knew Eclipse was willing to get their hands dirty, but kidnapping a kid?
I'm not stealing her. I'm rescuing her. Come on, Niket. Let's finish this bitch off and get out of here.
Take your best shot.
I was just waiting for you to finish getting dressed. Or does Cerberus really let you whore around in that outfit?
I like her. Are we still recruiting?
I kind of agree with Jack. She's kind of funny. In a dark and twisted way, but she's kind of funny.
Whether or not you agree with Miranda, Oriana has been with her family for years now.
Her father can still give her a better life.
You don't know what my father wants for her.
I know that I've been poor, Miri. I didn't much care for it.
He wants to take a girl away from the only family she's ever known. Doesn't that tell you what he really is?
If you're working for Miranda's father, that means he knows about Oriana. We need to find a new solution.
Miranda's father has no information about Oriana. I knew you had spy programs in your father's system, Miri, so I kept it private. I'm the only one who knows.
Which means that you're the only loose end. This isn't how I wanted it to end, Niket.
Miranda, wait. You don't want to do this.
This has to end here, Shepard. My father will keep trying to find Oriana.
Maybe Niket can help. Talk to your father. Just say you got here first.
I'll tell him that you hid her. That I don't know where she is.
I never want to see you again, Niket.
Done. Now, if you don't mind, I have a shipment to deliver.
You'll die for that, bitch!
Get ready!
Deploying Warfield! Body crumble. Let's finish you off! Sorry, Commando.
I know they see me, Miranda. They've been shooting at me.
Sorry, Commando.
Miranda, you are blocking my line of sight. Duck, please, Shepard. Duck, please, Shepard. Oh, I got snuck up on. Oh, I need help. I need an adult. I am surrounded on all sides. Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to survive that. I was doing so well, too, but I was just fully surrounded because I let that Vanguard sneak up behind me. Has orchestra started for me yet? Yes, I've been to one rehearsal, and then there wasn't a rehearsal the week of Labor Day, and then I missed 2 from having COVID. So, and I went this past Tuesday. So, yes, but I am already super behind. I need to do some extra practice to catch up on that repertoire. Because our concerts are like the 2nd week of October, or 3rd week of October, something like that. Stupid drone. That would have been fine if it were. Oh, I got snuck up on again. I really need to remember that, like, I have a backside, and my party is not always the best at watching it for me. What is the official term for that? Like, please watch my 6? Is that what I need to say? I'm gonna try something different. Let's go this way. Since this one wants to sneak up on me, we will deal with her first. Okay, so that makes things slightly better. Get Miranda back on her feet.
Let's finish you off.
There's nobody able to stay on their feet today. Miranda, maybe you should focus on her since she seems to be the one sneaking up on us. Where'd she go?
Should have run when you had the chance.
Okay, she's down.
They've seen us.
I just gotta deal with her friends. Jack cannot stay on her feet at all today. Just like in the beginning, it's this poor Solarian left all alone.
There could be more Eclipse mercs near the shuttle. I want to make sure Oriana and her family get on safely.
Wait, I want to access it. I clicked on it. Oh, I just got money. Okay. I feel like there's maybe more stuff somewhere. Need all the credits we can get, so I don't want to leave anything. I think I got everything, though. Oh, wait, nope. Med gel. We definitely want that, since... Well, actually, I don't know if we fight anybody else, but Jack is not standing on her feet well today.
I can't believe Niket sold me out.
Oh, sorry. I got behind.
Even with all your upgrades, you're human just like the rest of us.
But I let it get personal and I screwed up. Why didn't you let me kill him? I could have handled that. But watching him get gunned down by that Asari bitch.
Yeah, that's formatted fine. Yeah, that's the rep we're playing. I don't play on some of it because the Bach, there's no clarinet. My instrument didn't exist then. But yeah, it's a good program, I think. We're doing this, like, because it's the 20th anniversary of the orchestra this year. Each concert for the whole season has, like, pieces from previous concerts or seasons. I don't know how they chose. There's some we've done before that I wish they'd programmed and didn't. And there's some that, like, I am not excited to play again. But then we'll play, like, a new commission in the, I think on the last concert of the season. So that could be fun. I don't know what to expect. But it's new pieces. Like, sometimes it's something really good and sometimes it's, like, not to my taste, you know? But yeah, that's what we're playing. There's more stuff that I'm looking forward to later in the season. Our last concert of the season, in addition to the new piece, we'll be playing Beethoven 9, which I've never played before and I'm super excited about. So that, like, the last concert series of the season will be, I think, all new stuff. Like, because, so, like, the first 3 sets of concerts will be playing rep that the orchestra's played previously, and like this concert they're starting with a lot of stuff that's like earlier in the history, except for some of the pieces were from like 2015, I feel like, so not that early. But yeah, that's formatted fine, makes sense. But I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Dvorak 8 is good. I enjoy that one. Yeah, I like Dvorak 8 quite a bit, so I'm excited to play that again.
You still cared for him, even if he betrayed you.
You're right. And my father knew it. He used that against me. It's always been like this. My father gave me anything I ever wanted, but there was always a hook, an angle for his long-term plan. I threw away everything he ever gave me when I ran. Except Niket. Weakness on my part?
You can't toss aside everything you care about just to be safe.
It's okay, Shepard. My father hurt me, but he didn't break me. As much as he tried to turn me into exactly what he wanted, I'm my own person.
Any other old friends your father might use against you?
No, I cut ties with everyone else. Anyone I'm close to now works for Cerberus. Or you. My father's powerful, but he won't cross the elusive man.
You still have Oriana.
My father didn't give her to me. I rescued her, but yes, you're right. I still have something. Thank you. No sign of Eclipse. It looks like we're clear. There she is. She's safe. With her family. Come on, we should go.
Don't you even want to say hello?
It's not about what I want, it's about what's right for her. The less she knows about me, the better. She's got a family. A life. I'll just complicate that for her.
She doesn't need any details, but would it really be so bad for her to know she has a sister who loves her?
I guess not.
Go on. We'll wait here.
A little sad that we don't get to hear their conversation. Yeah, we leveled up. I think that's the last level up for this game.
Disagreement? Can you head it off before they tear out a bulkhead?
Uh-oh.
I'll deal with it.
Take pictures.
Take pictures.
Touch me and I will smear the world with you, bitch!
Enough. Stand down, both of you.
The cheerleader won't admit what Cerberus did to me was wrong.
It wasn't Cerberus. Not really. But clearly you were a mistake.
Screw you! You've got no idea what they put me through. Maybe it's time I showed you.
Our mission is too important to let personal feelings get in the way.
Fuck your feelings. I just want her dead.
You both know what we're up against. Save your anger for the collectors.
I can put aside my differences until the mission's over.
Sure, I'll do my part. I'd hate to see her die before I get a chance to fillet her myself.
You two gonna be okay?
It's a good thing you came by when you did. As long as she does her job, we'll be fine. Thanks, Shepard.
Shepard's gonna make Miranda and Jack wear their get-along shirt. I'm referencing, like, I don't know where this originated. It's like a meme of, like, two children being put into, like, an oversized t-shirt. You know, it's the get-along shirt. They're gonna have to wear the get-along shirt. What triggered that event? Completing both of their loyalty missions.
Thanks again, Shepard. Taking the time to help me with my sister. I couldn't have reached Oriana in time without your help. I'm glad Niket tried to redeem himself, for what good it did. Thank you for stopping me, Commander.
Are you happy about your sister's relocation?
She has what I wanted her to have. A normal life, and the freedom to choose her own path. And she knows she has an older sister. A friend.
Are you gonna talk to her again?
I honestly don't know. For once, I haven't planned that far ahead. I'll deal with it after our mission. I have to stay focused, and she needs time to adjust to her new home.
You never told me what you talked about.
I introduced myself. Her family was shocked. She adjusted quickly, of course. She's as smart as I am. She plays the violin, loves the Adagio movement of Nielsen's Fifth, just like I do. She wants to work in colony development. Told a joke about it. She's really funny. Something we don't share.
Let me know if I can do anything else.
I think I got it from here. My father has no chance at finding her family in their new location. But thank you, Commander. My sister is safe again thanks in large part to you. I won't forget that.
I'm glad we rescued her. But I like how they play with, like, the difference between rescuing and kidnapping.
Commander.
How it's kind of
can I do for you?
semantics, but I think Miranda had the best intentions.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Let's see. I think Thane might have some more dialogue for us.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd
Or
like to
not.
consider what we've already discussed.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Let's go back to the galaxy map and see. I've got about 30 minutes of stream left. I think there might be a little more
No messages for you.
Firewalker. I'll look at the journal first. Oh, I can take that to the Sorry, he's looking for it. Oh, we have some other little things to do. So let's do that first. But, oh, I think we're done with Firewalker, actually. I think story-wise, that kind of gets carried over in a little bit into Overlord. Let's take the locket to the lady on Ilium, and then we can do this and this. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, and I have to level up. I get one silly little point. That's it. I'll put it in cryo ammo. Please stop blinking at me. I'm not going to read them. Interesting, Barry, that as a clarinet player, you like so much violin music. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with liking music outside of the instrument you play or the genre you play in. I mean, I listen to a lot of metal and I'm a classical musician, but I'm curious, like, why, since you feel so drawn to violin music, how did you end up playing clarinet and not violin? I'm just curious. Everybody has like an interesting story about how they happened into like their instrument, their primary instrument, and I'm curious what yours is, especially since you favor like violin and string music. Have I even told you all how I ended up playing clarinet? I don't know if that's ever come up on main channel stream. If so, or if not, remind me and I'll tell that story tomorrow. It's not very long and not super exciting, but I think it's a little funny. I don't know why I left Ilium just to go get gas, but that's what I did. Yay, Miranda's loyal. So just Jacob's, Zaid's, Tali's, mystery guest, and Overlord, and arrival after the main story. Just kind of checking in with myself with what's left. Let's take... I don't remember the last time I leveled up Jacob, so he can go with us. Garrus can come too. Oh yeah, I haven't taken him off the ship in a while. I'm still going to save his points for barrier because he doesn't need incendiary ammo, because if he's in the squad with me, he gets to use it anyway. I'm going to put those in armor piercing ammo, I think. Where does this door go, though? I guess it goes into that area there. That's where it goes. I just don't have access to it.
When you join the Blue Suns mercenary group, you're getting a crash course in life. Join today and find out about our incentive program.
Pardon me, I'm dealing with damn Ilium travel bureaucracy.
Were you trying to get them to help you find this locket?
Oh, Stephen, thank you. Thank you so much. My daughter was young when he died. This is the only memento she has of him. Please accept this. It's much less than I would have had to pay the bureaucrats to authorize a search.
Yay, I'm glad we made her day a little better.
Life can be uncertain. That's why you need an omni-gel programming solution that works. Whether
So wait, let me revisit this. The packages for Ish. Oh, there's one in Eternity, so we're already here. I'm glad I checked. I thought there was one on Ilium. Oh, sorry, Garrus. Didn't mean to walk straight into you. But we'll grab that one, and then we'll go get the one on the Citadel and handle that forged ID as well.
How can you short sell on prefabs after these human colony attacks? They're going to see a ton of business.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room.
Bar is awfully far away. That's probably for the best. Maybe people walk a bit from like the trading floor before they get to the bar. I don't know that trading stocks and such inebriated is a smart plan.
If you're hurting for things to
there
do,
it is.
Maybe after work we could catch a vid or something.
Oh, that's sweet. But I'm okay. A little dry spell isn't gonna kill me.
We could watch Fleet and Flotilla. It got awards for its portrayal of Turian and Quarian relationships.
Anyway, if worse comes to
She's
worse,
just like, anyway. She is definitely intentionally friend-zoning him.
And I hear that the love scenes are...
Oh yeah. Standard equipment for any responsible adult. Oh here, let me fire it up. Excuse me, human.
private conversation.
Yeah, listening in on private conversations is kind of Shepard's brand.
I don't understand. Humans celebrate wedding contracts by tempting infidelity? That makes no sense.
Calm down, man. Don't embarrass me in front of the stripper.
What do Turians do? Do Turians do this too?
I'm just here for the drinks.
You said that bachelor parties are for very close friends. We're just co-workers.
We've been co-workers for 5 years, though. Aren't Solarian years like dog years?
That's rude.
Okay, now that's offensive. I appreciate the gesture, but my people don't even have sex drives the way humans do.
Uh-huh. Take a look at that, man. Everybody likes the Asari. Everybody.
But we actually reproduce by... My word. She is very... I can appreciate her dancing in an aesthetic manner, but I don't have feelings of... She is a lovely shape.
Okay, that makes my legs hurt just watching it. And my knees are meant to bend that way.
This isn't as bad as I'd feared. It's actually... Is it warm in here?
Okay. You see that bit there?
A little divot in her abdomen?
It's called a belly button. Humans and Asari have them, and you're gonna be doing shots out of it later tonight.
That can't be sanitary.
Not the point, man.
I can understand why I might find Asari attractive, but how can they be attractive to humans too? They look just like Solarians.
What? They look exactly like us. I'm not seeing the Solarian thing at all. At all.
You're both wrong. Asari look just like blue Turians. Look at the head fringe.
Wait, you don't think they're like mind controlling us to see them as attractive, do you?
Maybe.
Please be quiet. You're going to ruin Asari for me. And there aren't many Turian women on Ilium.
There aren't many Turian women anywhere. I think in the course of the entire game we meet 2. But yeah, so it's a little bit awkward listening in on that, but like there are a couple fun fan theories associated with this conversation. One is that yes, the Asari can mind control everybody to make them find them attractive, and it's because they're like an apex predator, you know, that kind of like seduce them and then I guess kill them and eat their head meat. I don't know. And then the other theory is that like Asari are actually like weird tentacly masses like Hameus Mora in Skyrim, and that each species like they can project a different appearance to each species to make them like look appealing or non-threatening or attractive like to that particular species by playing up like the things they already consider attractive or non-threatening, which I find really interesting too. All right, now we got to go to the Citadel. So Barry, like, have you considered like learning to play violin? Like, just because you're doing clarinet now and that's your primary instrument, and I assume you enjoy it, doesn't mean you can't pick up another one. Like, I wanted to add flute to my repertoire of instruments. Well, at the time it was a repertoire of 1 for ages, and I just like, I don't know why. I don't know if it's imposter syndrome, probably, or just like whatever. Like, but it took me forever to get around to actually doing it. And I've really enjoyed adding it in. Like, learning other instruments, I feel like makes me a better musician overall, which can only make me a better clarinet player. But like, it's never too late to pick it up. Like, there's so many resources available, like if you're going to teach yourself, and you're not starting from zero because you already have a whole bunch of musical knowledge just from like being a clarinet player and also just being around other musicians at all times at a music college. So, like, why not? I don't know anything about like how much violins cost, but I'd be willing to bet there's a pretty wide like price range, and you could find something like that would work for you for just starting out, for not like insanely expensive, I mean, even like if you wanted to, you could like buy the cheapest one on Amazon just to learn the basics, like if you really want to. I'm sure it wouldn't sound amazing, but and I also bet there might be another student at your university or at your music school a violin student who might be willing to help you some like for free just to be kind. And if you had a little disposable income, like I'm sure they could use the money. You could pay them for lessons, you maybe work something out, and I'm sure like there's somebody who would be amenable to that. Like, you have options, it's never too late to learn or try or do something that you've always wanted to do. all I can say is for all the things like that I have in my life where I really wanted to learn or do it and I kept putting it off for one reason or another, by the time I actually do it, it's like I can't even remember what the reasons were that I used to talk myself out of doing or trying or learning the thing in the first place. I always am like, why didn't I do this sooner? So I think you should think about it. Violin takes too much time. Everything worth learning takes a lot of time. Like, there's no getting around that. You just have to decide what you actually want, you know, what you want to add to your life, basically. And yeah, I think choosing to learn flute and sax are very smart as a woodwind player. I need to get to saxophone eventually. Eventually I'll learn saxophone. Eventually I'll get one. I just, one thing at a time. Right now I need a bass clarinet. But yeah, you're absolutely right. But like, you don't have to choose these things just based on what's smartest or like what some teacher tells you is the best plan. Like, if there's something that just speaks to you, that just calls to you, that has inherent value. So like, and just doing something simply because you enjoy it adds so much value to your life. So consider it, you know. There are a lot of avenues to getting a hold of an instrument. I bet if you speak to some violin players, they might can help you out with like obtaining an instrument that'll suit you and your budget, or find you something you can borrow just to try it out. But yeah, like, I don't like, just if it's something that really calls to you, don't ignore that. Those kinds of things are important to our overall creative process. Yeah, I hope you should definitely look into it. You treat instruments like Pokemon, gotta learn them all. Kind of. It's a slippery slope, for sure. I don't want to try and learn every instrument, but there are a lot of like weird things, I guess, on my list. Like, I like the ocarina, but I don't feel like super compelled to work on it. It's kind of just a novelty that's like fun to have. Like, I really like want to keep improving at flute. I want to learn saxophone so that I have the option of doing like proper like woodwind, like musical pit doubling. I don't really have any interest in doing like jazz or jazz doubling. I'm not a jazz player, and I don't even really enjoy listening to much jazz. Just my personal taste, not trying to like insult the genre or anything, just personal taste. I think jazz has value as music. It's just not what I choose to listen to or play. But like bass clarinet, I would like to get better at for sure. Which, I mean, it's kind of like a clarinet cousin, so it's not like that far removed. I just need to spend some time with the instrument. I would kind of like to have a piccolo one day. The most obscure thing, oh, and guitar, of course, that I like working on. And I would like to learn like electric guitar too. That would be fun. And like bass guitar too. But the most obscure thing that I have seen that I'm like, oh, I would love to have one of those and try to play it, even though I wouldn't be able to because I know nothing about it, is a Nordic violin. Ever since I learned that like the soundtrack for Lord of the Rings, all those solos that everybody knows are not played on a traditional violin, they're played on a Nordic violin, which is really cool and has like strings that run through like the body of the instrument. And ever since I learned that, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I just love the sound of it. So I kind of, it's one of those, like, I may never learn to play, but I kind of would like to have a Nordic violin for like my future instrument collection, just because I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd. But I think I'm calling it right. I think it's a Nordic violin is what you call it. But I didn't realize it was a totally separate instrument, and it's really cool. Let's take Tali and Samara. That's an interesting mix of characters. You should get some sleep since it's 10 p.m. Oh, where are you in the world? You must be Eastern time zone. Yes, please get some sleep. I'm glad that you were able to stop by stream today and hang out. But yes, please go get some sleep. I know that you have probably a busy Friday, and I hope you have a really restful weekend too. Take some time for yourself to chill out. Oh, and thank you. Yeah, I hope I have. I mean, my day's almost over. I finished this and I'm going to get ready for bed. I'm not I'm inclined to be like a night owl, but that's not practical for me because I need sleep, or I am at best no good to anyone, and at worst a complete detriment to any situation I find myself in. So yeah, I will go getting ready for bed after this. I don't have an early morning tomorrow. I'll just be taking care of some teaching stuff and practicing before stream in the afternoon and evening. But I do have quite a few things I need to take care of. So it'll be a busy-ish sort of day. But yeah, have an awesome night, and I will see you sometime soon. And sleep. Sleep is good. Oh, we're good? Yes. Just gonna wrap up my Mass Effect busy work before I get ready for bed. Let's do this one more time, just for fun.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight. Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Empress-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot.
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip. Sir, yes, sir.
Is that the end? Yes. So recently at a D&D session, we ended up in a non-gravity situation, and I think Newton came up, and I made the, I said the.
I can't let you board the shuttle with that.
But this is a ceremonial item of my people.
Sir, it's a 15-centimeter serrated blade.
You humans are all racist.
And I said the Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space, and I found out real fast who the cool people in the group were the ones who laughed at it. I don't know if you all know this at this point, but like 90% of my humor in real life is based on me quoting things I find funny and referencing things I find funny and seeing if anybody else laughs. Sometimes they do, sometimes it's just cringe. I kind of keep a lid on that on stream, especially on main channel, because I might be literally the only person in the world who finds it funny, and I don't want to be too cringy on stream, so I try to keep a lid on it. But normal, like, day-to-day life with me is me referencing or quoting random things because I find it funny and I feel like it relates to the situation. Where are they? They're on one of the little, like, I don't know what to call it, cubby holes, little end areas. I forget which floor. Marines never change, even in space. This is true.
Do you have an account with us? If you open one...
Oh, I think I was on the wrong floor. Might have to go back down. Yeah. Let me go to the very bottom and work my way up, and then I can make sure I don't miss it. There's not an area there, it's just like the wall. That's the used ship cellar. They're on like couches somewhere. Oh, there they are. I found them.
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
It's a private matter.
I'm trying to help.
Give me a chance. I might be able to help.
I don't see why you would.
Rude.
Since your kind gained a seat on the council, they've taken over CSEC customs. There are hundreds of new security checks and travel restrictions. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Maybe these would work. They're new transit IDs.
How did you get those?
If you don't want them, I could just take them back.
No, I'll take them. With thanks. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
So is that it? We all caught up on busy work? No, we have to go get Ish's package. That's here on the Citadel. I think I know where it is. I think I know where it is. Famous last words, though, right? We'll just walk. We'll get our steps in. See, I think it's at the... Oh no, I think I went to the wrong place. I think it's on the top floor, not the bottom one. Is that the... No, I got it right. I guessed correctly, or half remembered correctly. So basically these data packets are something Ish wants to use to try to overthrow Arya, which is likely not smart. So let's take these to Omega. Shepard, you gotta do more cardio. We ran up one flight of stairs and you're already winded. Okay, so is this where we questioned what's his name, Kellum, before? Because, like, it seems a little strange. No, I guess not. It'd be inside one of those doors. Because, but, like, there's no chair, like the weird torture chair. But, like, it seems a little weird to have, like, the questioning / torture chamber, like, right here. Like, visiting the Citadel, like, we've got free entertainment. You can watch the police question people. Actually, they really should, like, put the interrogation room, like, right there where people can see in and keep everybody honest, you know? Right, so now Omega. We still have a lot of things on here to investigate. Some of them is just the markers for the planets that have resources, but actually it's really not that much. I feel like we're maybe somewhere around 10 streams away from being done with this game and moving on to the third game, maybe less. Let's take Morden and Grunt. Do that one. Oh, that's not helpful. I might take the points out of Cryoblast and put them all into Neural Shock. Maybe. Not right now. At some point we gotta go back to the Shadowbooker ship and chat with Liara some more and chat with Farron and finish out the stuff there. And we have to read more of the dossiers.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
Have you seen what's in these packages?
Why? Did you find something untoward? Certainly nothing worth getting worked up about.
This information could weaken Arya's organization. You better be sure it's safe before you take it anywhere.
I'm touched. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Shall we get back to business?
Why do you want information about one of Arya's men?
It's not for me. A lot of people want to leg up on Arya, and they'll pay a lot of credits to get it. If Onto or Arya found out, I'd be ruined. Or killed.
Arya will find out what you're up to, Ish. I don't envy you when that happens.
I think I can handle it.
No one has beaten Arya in centuries. Once she casts down your clients, she'll come looking for you.
You're right. I have to get out of here. Thank you, my friend. You probably just saved my life. Come on, Sal. We have to get out of here.
Probably still gonna tell Arya that the info leaked if I can. But glad I could tell him so he could leave, keep him safe. Yeah, like we all know that my like time and pacing estimation skills are absolute shit. So please don't hold me to that. But yeah, I think it's 10-ish if I had to guess, somewhere around there. Now maybe, I think when I first started, when I was kind of like charting it out, I thought that Mass Effect 2 might take twice as long with all the DLC as Mass Effect 1, and Mass Effect 1 was in 18 parts, so maybe 36 is a safer bet. So we'll see which is more accurate. My assumption, like way far out before I started, when I was trying to figure out like how long this would actually take me to play, or like my more current guess. Yes, you're right. It is tricky because sometimes like it's all really easy, and sometimes I get hung up on something random, and then it takes a lot of extra time. This way. Where is Arya? Oh, she's on the opposite side. I don't know if I can even tell her about that info since I told Ish to run away.
What do you need?
No, I can't. So I'm just gonna sit down and then stand up and leave, all very awkwardly.
You should find a nice young man to keep you warm in the meantime. You look like you need to loosen up a little.
I have a Turian. Does that count? So I guess we'll just go back to the Normandy, because I know I already raided the shops here and bought everything I wanted. We need to go back to Tuchanka at some point, because I think there's some stuff in the shops there I need. Maybe I'll do that now. Got a few minutes left. So tomorrow, in addition to my teaching work and practicing, I'm gonna try and get the first of the streams from this channel that I haven't gotten to YouTube yet, part 19. I'm gonna try and get that done and uploaded so that it'll be live on Saturday. But don't hold me to that, because I do have teaching things I absolutely need to get taken care of, because I just, if I get caught up on everything tomorrow, I don't have anything, at least that I'm currently aware of, aside from practicing, that will like follow me into the weekend and next week that I need to catch up on. I'll be actually caught up on all the big stuff. Where was I going? Oh yeah, Tuchanka, to see if there's anything in the little shops that I needed. Oh, and I never implemented that research project, so I'll do that too before I wrap up. There it is. I'm like flying right past it, just right there. Is part 2 of my college Q&A ready? You just staggered the release. Yeah, because YouTube likes it when you upload on multiple days. So like the more you upload, the more traffic you get, because the more YouTube is likely to push your videos. And let's take Thane and Miranda. And so I did it also just because like I didn't want to post a video that was like super long, because that's not really something I've done up to this point on that channel. I guess it doesn't really matter, but it also just like made sense to me to break it up that way for working on it. It also made it easier for me to process the files editing it. Let's see, squad weapon damage, squad health. But yeah, that's why I decided to do that. Now, I can't always stick to, just the nature of the way my time works and my schedule works. Like, I just am not in a place where I can stick to a regular upload schedule. I just have to work on them when I get time and get them up as soon as I can. But yeah, it's having multiple uploads to drive more traffic just seems to make sense, I think. I don't think they're going to be...
Tuchanka. Crude, dangerous, and probably radioactive. Let's get in, do what we need to do, and get out fast.
I don't know, like, that they're gonna receive a lot of, like, traffic from, like, searches and stuff, because it's pretty generic. But, yeah, I decided to do it. It just made sense to me to do it in 2 parts. But yeah, the other one will be live tomorrow. It's totally done and ready to go. It's scheduled. Yeah, it is better for the algorithm to post more on different days. It likes steady uploading. Now, that doesn't work for everybody. There are lots of people who have been very successful doing, like, just kind of starting a project, finishing it when it gets finished, and getting it uploaded. Some of the creators I like to watch, that's kind of what they do. They just kind of upload when they upload. But they just make very good content and have built a good audience for themselves. And for most people, it doesn't work that way. The algorithm really likes people who upload on a very steady, like, regular schedule, or who upload, like, every day. At least the way I understand it. I may not be entirely correct, but that's the way I understand it. Don't really want extra weapons. I like the weapons I have just fine. But hi, Urs. I love my lizard puppy. I think I have everything. There are just 2 shops, right? There's the one here in the hospital and the one over there. Yes, we want that.
This looks interesting.
There's another one we have to get. I think it's on Ilium. But we will get that later. When I have more money. Because I won't have enough to get it right now. Helping to boost the local Tuchanka economy.
Barely survived the pod during my ride. Guess that human's got a quad.
I went the wrong way.
Glad Earth not grudge with us. We're willing to consider new directions. That's what makes Clan Earth not strong.
Run, Shepard, run. I wish there was like a fast travel mechanic to get you back to the Normandy, but there's not. I guess they thought we needed that level of realism of having to walk back to the ship every time. Let's go implement those research projects. We need some iridium. I'll do that next time. Those are both good things. Yeah, I'll get the iridium next time for that one, and then we'll be good to go. So for tomorrow, I think I'm gonna do Overlord. I'm not no, I'll wait and do that next week because I'm not 100% convinced I can do it all in one stream. I think I might need to break it in half like I did Lair of the Shadow Broker. And I'd rather do it on 2 days back to back. It's just easier for me to remember where I left off, and I think makes for a better flow overall. So tomorrow, we'll start with Zaid's loyalty mission. I think we should also have time to do Jacob's loyalty mission. Yes, that's what I'll do tomorrow. We go ahead and save. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I will see you again soon. Bye.